Hey guys, and welcome to the Ordinary Men Who Fight Like Heroes podcast. I am Chris Fearing, and I'm joined at the table by
Drunks and Dragons,
and Aaron Bass.
Alright, so, thing I wanted to bring up, and this is primarily for you, Oranganade,
Alright.
is have you heard about Street Fighter 4 Omega Edition?
You're lying. What? There's an Omega Edition?
I take that as a no.
Yeah. What?
There's an Omega Edition coming out.
Bullshit. What?
Yep. There is footage of it online. You can customize people's moves. You cannot see it at home, but he's like got his head down, his face is on his face, or his hands on his face, and it looks like he's like this. He's an inch away from us taking him to the hospital for his stroke.
I want to do the Hitler reacts to this. How the hell?
No. And here's the thing: they're making a new game by breaking every single character.
What do you mean?
You
Like
can customize moves so Ken can kick and send out a Hadouken from his foot. There is gameplay footage of Guile doing a 3-punch combo, and every single punch sends out a sonic boom. And it's like new animations. People delved into the game, found animations for moves buried in the game, and that's like when they brought it up, it's like, oh yeah, that's for Omega Edition. You can customize moves. We're gonna break every single character and let you guys have a game that you can customize and just have a shit ton of fun with.
How have I not heard of this? I'm still having
I hadn't even heard of it until Corey texted me, and he was like, dude, have you heard about this?
What?
And I was like, no, and I looked it up, and it is nuts. I mean, like, Ken doing that, like, just, like, quick, like, side kick, and, like, Hadouken just going, boom.
Good lord.
Or Guile just going, like, shoo, and sonic booms
Will
everywhere.
you at least be able to customize the colors?
No, it's just like a shit ton of broken ass moves.
I don't know why that's the kind of question I'm going to ask.
Because customizing characters is fun as fuck.
Yeah, no, but like, is this going to be like a separate mode? This just seems like bullshit because the fact that they already came out with what they said, I swear, was the last version of Street Fighter 4, guys. We promise, Scout's honor.
Capcom.
Oh,
Capcom wants your money. Also, I'm just gonna make guys that fucking. If I ever somehow get this game, I'm gonna fucking just make dudes that fucking Hadouken every move. Like, fuck it. Every button's the Hadouken button. Go for it. Go for it. Tiger uppercut every move. Tiger uppercut. Every move is tiger uppercut.
Like Guile flash kicks that send out 3 separate flash kicks in like a spread motion.
Didn't you have a version of that before, or is that Charlie?
Charlie had it in one of the alphas.
Charlie.
That's because Charlie's an awesome character that they haven't brought back, and they need to.
But he's supposed to be dead in canon. It's supposed to be like...
And Street Fighter 4 like takes place at different spots.
Okay.
If they made like a Spider-Man 5 and brought Uncle Ben back,
Because fighting
it was like,
games care about canon.
Hey,
that's
some
very true.
of them do, but not Street Fighter.
Man, Hayachi drank from like the fucking fountain of youth or some shit.
That's right.
He's like a young man nowadays. Who gives a shit? Or in Tekken Tag 2, he's a young man. Who gives a shit? Which, by the way, is the best move ever. Which, by the way, is the best Tekken ever. Even though they'll make Tekken 7 and I don't care.
I sucked at Tekken, and therefore I was like, yeah, when it came to Tekken, I'd rather watch like these guys fight in it than actually play it myself. But when Tekken Tag 2 came out, just like blew all the doors off.
Heck yeah.
And those are some of my fucking fondest memories before I moved. Is like grabbing you guys on a Sunday, plopping down in my room, and then just either customizing the shit out of characters or just playing non-stop matches.
It was the best. Those were some damn good times.
And you getting all like porny with the camera.
That also happened.
He would fucking make like.
What can I say? I like to make characters.
but
Do the things I like them to do.
The three of us would like
puts the lotion on its skin or something like that.
would take turns making like hotter outfits. I would try to make characters that look like people I knew, but these guys would like go through the costume piece like, this would look really good on her, and like set it on her, like make it a nice color, and then this motherfucker gets the camera for the character select, and she's like, hold still, baby, let me get the perfect
Actually,
shot.
it's kind of like more like he struggled. He was like, to be fair, Japanese strive
I
to
need
make
to come up with some stories to counter some of these awful, slanderous lies that are going on this podcast.
I've got game data on my Xbox that will prove these stories true. It's like
I'll have to
full-on
delete
ass
these
shots.
non-existent stories.
Yeah, baby, that's who I want to see when I
To be fair, they try really hard to make, to make things realistic and look.
They just need to make it like a Tekken Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Yeah, they do. Actually, where is the Tekken?
Or like a Street Fighter
I'm
Extreme
surprised
Beach
they
Volleyball.
haven't done that.
Man, yeah.
Or they need to make like a DOA Tekken Street Fighter crossover game that's Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Yes, I need some private moments.
That would sell like hotcakes.
That would. Holy crap.
That would be pretty damn.
That'd be nice.
I like how when we start talking about like sexy things and like
It gets like
naughty
quiet.
stuff, it gets all quiet. Like, and people look at me like, "What are they doing?"
People are like, ugh. And it's, why did you get quiet?
Yes. To answer your question, yes.
And maybe mentally. But like,
I'm
know.
psychic, but I'm just psychic enough to stroke my dick in a crowded room.
that happens. There's some dudes, and they're like, "Oh man, yeah, that," and everyone's like, "Oh man, yeah, that," and it gets quiet for a moment, like a moment of silence, like you appreciate the things.
That's true. That's true. That's akin to guy silence. It's not quite guy silence, but it's akin to it. Remember what guy silence is?
It's a thing. It's a phenomenon that happens in the world. Yeah, Aaron's like, "Guy silence."
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain.
Okay,
that.
guy silence. We came up with a term for it because we would be hanging out in the dorm back at school, and it would be like Ethan on his computer doing something, me on my computer doing something, Justin planning for a game, Mike on his laptop, Will on his laptop. We would hang out for hours and not say a single fucking word to each other, but we'd be all completely content.
Okay,
It's like guy, and we just dubbed it guy silence.
very nice. That's something we've all experienced
Exactly.
a lot of. Yeah.
And now you know the phrase.
Okay.
The more you know. Ba-doo. Whatever the fucking theme is for that shit. I don't remember.
Butterfly in the sky.
That's Reading Rainbow.
Which is coming back.
Yeah, that's right. They made that
is.
petition, and they're like, "Let's bring Reading
Dude,
Rainbow
they
back."
extended.
Everyone's
It was
like,
a
"Hell
fucking
yes."
Kickstarter. They extended the Kickstarter.
I remember that they fucking blew their goal out of the water.
Yeah, they did.
They destroyed
I'm a little sad.
that fucking
I'm a little
goal.
sad I didn't actually contribute it to it myself because I
Same.
I was tempted. Honestly, I have been on Kickstarter. I've only contributed to 3 different projects, but there were things I'm like, this is gonna be fucking cool. Like one of them, and yes, this is, if anybody actually listens to this, this is a shameless plug for you to check these things out that I'm gonna say. But one of the things thanks, buddy. One of the things the first thing I ever contributed to was a puppet show on YouTube called Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. They made 2 episodes. Have you guys seen it?
No.
I'll show
Wait
you.
a fucking minute. Isn't
Yeah.
that the thing where the guy's like, fucking, they're like being creative and it
Yes.
gets fucking creepy?
Yes.
Holy fuck.
Oh, you actually did contribute to the Kickstarter?
I
for that?
contributed to the Kickstarter for it.
Oh, okay.
Where they were like, we've made 2, we've got 4 more in mind, but the way these are going, we don't have the money to like make all these new puppets and sets and things. So I was like, yeah, why the fuck not? So I got the level that only 100 people could get, where once it was all done, it would be like probably end of the year next year. They send out a bunch of shit because I got all the other tiers that were above it. But the thing that I mainly went for is going to be a DVD in a handcrafted case. They only made 100 of them. That's going to have all the episodes on it and a full like hour-long behind-the-scenes documentary about how they made it, and like a long-ass interview with the creators.
Very nice.
So, and the other one I did was Marble Hornets. It's a YouTube show that have made like over 80 episodes that are all like found footage style of like one of their friends disappearing, and it turns out to be Slender Man.
Huh.
They were the first people that ever like really did Slender Man stuff and made it fucking scary in like found footage style. But I contributed to that because it was pretty cheap. And the level I got like, I would get all of the excuse me, got all the seasons of it in a Blu-ray set, along with like a T-shirt and a poster and like an extra disc that had a shit ton of behind the scenes. So I was like, that's cool. And then there's one more that I just recently finished, and it was called You Need These Dice.
Huh.
And it's a dude that's doing custom sets of dice, where it's like, and the one I got was a tier where you got one full set, like D20 all the way down to a D6, of what's called, it's like Magician's Dice or something. They all have alchemy symbols on the sides that have
cool.
the numbers like inlaid into them. They also had, and they're going to be selling these on their website.
Nice.
which is awesome because there were 3 other sets they were working on. One was a Thieves Guild set, where each side of the die was either, for like the bigger die, was the number in gold, or on like the 6-sider it was a coin on all sides that had the number inlaid into what looked like the coin itself. The next one was blood spatter, where it looked like there were actually spattered blood on it, and like the numbers looked like they were carved into a living dice.
Wow.
It's really cool. And then the other was a Neptune something dice, and you only saw one image of the 6-sider, but it had like a really cool looking hand holding a trident, and then the 1 was above it on the 6-sider.
Nice.
But I was like, that's fucking cool. I like dice. I'm gonna get these dice. And it was only like fucking $15.
Not bad.
So, but
Where are they now?
I haven't gotten them yet.
Oh.
It like just ended 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
And it just takes them a while to get them out
So
there.
buy my mixer, Nuka.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah, Kickstarter is a pretty good thing.
It can be, but you gotta be careful because there's also a lot of shit that ones just walk away your money. So I'm told.
I'm trying to. There was one project that just. Oh no! That was a convention I was thinking about. There was a Minecraft convention people were putting together, and like they had so many people contribute to it, and then the people disappeared, their website disappeared, and all the money disappeared,
Wow.
and it just fucking sham everything. Boom, gone.
See, and now Microsoft is going to sham us and but they won't disappear because they're Microsoft, but we can't do anything because.
So listen to our other podcast, Nuka.
Yeah, listen to the first one and the full circle.
Full circle. But the one thing I heard about Kickstarter was there was the Kickstarter for the guy that was trying to make a video game based on like real life kind of sword combat.
Really?
Yeah,
That sounds awesome.
it was. And like the video he put up there to start it looked fucking amazing because he was a dude that had trained in all these forms of sword fighting and was going to make a game that like actually used real life moves and real life physics and shit like that and just be a one-on-one sword fighting game.
Huh.
But during production, he admitted that he went too far into making like everything on the character, the blades, and the arenas look authentic, and they ended up running out of money.
Of course.
So like he actually lost a good amount of his own savings, and he just started. He paid off all the people that were working on it, and then he just started sending people like their physical prizes they had won, like shirts or posters, things, and then started sending everybody their money back.
Wow.
So he would like he quite literally like if you contributed enough for like the game and a shirt, he would send you the shirt
And the money that you paid.
as well as the money that he paid.
That's pretty incredible.
That's like that's
good of them.
yeah. But even still, it sucks that it fell through like that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no, that sounds like it'd been awesome. I love some one-on-one sword combat in a game.
They really need to make a fucking another Bushido Blade.
Oh my god, yes. I would play another Bushido Blade so hard because fucking the first 2 are so good. Even though they're kind of weird at times, but they're so good. I would play those. The best.
Game. So what are you guys playing nowadays? Like I just finished BioShock Infinite again, and that is still one of the best fucking games I've ever played.
It is an incredible game. I just finished that one recently too, but been on a real kick with video games recently. Right now, I'm actually playing Borderlands 2. It's an interesting game. It's a very loot-heavy game. I know we've talked about like what we think it was going to be like.
Yeah.
Playing it, and man, you know. The story is better than what I thought it was going to be, but it's still such a immature stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's even more immature than I think our humor is.
Yeah.
To the point where it's kind of hard to, really enjoy a lot of these characters that are, pretty decent, interesting people.
Yeah.
I like the villain. The villain is actually very
Handsome Jack.
Yeah, Handsome Jack is incredible because of the voice actor.
Yeah.
Everything he says just sells so well,
He'd be like the perfect adversary for Deadpool.
Yeah, that's actually
Just like to
pretty
have
good,
them like yell at each other over the phone.
Yeah, I could see that working pretty well.
But yeah, I played it some with Nick, Snappy Nick,
Nice.
over Steam, and
Just like, I played it with Nick, Snappy Nick.
well, that's how you guys know. I'm just Snappy Nick.
Snappy Nick.
But because there was a Steam sale where it was like Borderlands 2 and every single bit of DLC for it for $10.
Not bad.
So I bought myself a copy and I bought him a copy as a birthday present. and we played it. And I played as Axton,
Nice.
the
That's
engineer.
the one I'm playing as.
That
Yeah.
can throw out that sentry.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that he fucking refers to the sentry as his like wife or girlfriend.
Yeah,
because that's shit I would say when I throw out a sentry when I'm playing Team Fortress.
That's hilarious.
But so I play as that, and he plays as Ninjaman.
Nice.
Zero is his name, I think.
Yeah. Zero.
But that's really fun. But yeah, the writing in that game, except for Handsome Jack, makes me want to bore like an electric drill through my fucking temple. It is so dumb. And no offense to Anthony Birch, because Hey Ash, what you playing is fucking hilarious, or it was. It kind of still is, kind of. But come on, man. It's you can't really you can have immature characters, but having an entire it's like having to play a cel-shaded Idiocracy. And that movie is awful.
Yeah.
I cannot stand that piece of shit. And people say it's like, oh, it's a perfect, look at how we're gonna be when we all get older and evolve and stuff.
Oh
but,
God, I hope not.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
like, I vaguely know things about that movie, but I'm like, really?
and it's like, ho ho ho, satire. But then when you watch it, you're just like, this whole story could be done in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's...
Show me the 3-minute quick snippet version, and don't make me suffer through this. Because I like to think we're roughly intelligent people.
Yeah, in some areas.
Shh, just leave it at roughly intelligent.
Roughly
They'll be like, oh, they're so smart. Yeah. But that movie's just so fucking dumb. And I know it's made on its dumbness, but still,
You have a
for
point.
people to praise that so much.
I think people look at it like that's a real issue, and I don't think the movie is truthful about how it is an issue. I think, they talk about how unintelligent people are going to breed out intelligent people, and I don't think that's really the truth of the matter. But it's just so... It is just ridiculous.
Well,
it's a ridiculous movie.
It's true, but if we have it my way, we'll kill all of the stupid people. But yeah, that's it.
Murderous Rampages.
Murderous Rampages. Dream job, man, dream job. So what have you been playing?
I was saying, speaking of Murderous Rampages, I've been playing fucking Diablo 3. I beat that shit in a week, because it's really easy. I actually beat it, maybe it was a couple weeks.
Okay, so what's it like? Because I saw Corey play like 10 minutes of it a long time ago.
Yeah, okay, so if you're a Diablo fan, you've probably played Diablo 3, so anything I say on it is super old news. But if there's anyone else that's held out that's like, no, fuck it, I'm not going to play Diablo 3, well, hopefully you have enough friends and you like Gauntlet. So get your copy and play Gauntlet, because that's what it is. It's fantastic co-op game. Jesus, it's just like drop in, kill the shit out of everything on screen, beer and pretzels everywhere. It's fantastic, all kinds of shit. I played the Witch Doctor when I played with Aaron, and I played with Derek. So I'm just like this nearly naked fucking crazy person throwing jars of spiders at people.
So what kind of classes are there in there? Because I saw the monk before it came out, and I was like,
oh no, I
awesome.
beat the game with Crusader, because the Crusader.
What's a Crusader? It's like warrior.
He's a paladin.
Oh, paladin. Okay.
No, they try to be like, no, the Crusader's different, but no, the paladins.
He's like a big ass shield.
Yes,
Cool.
he's just a big dude in armor who fucking is like Wrath of the Gods and some stuff, Zakharum, and then fucking just lightning everywhere, lightning bolts. I throw hammers at people like Thor. I throw shields at people like Captain America.
That's awesome.
And then when everyone's around you, you suck them all to you. You fucking get all this power back, because all the enemies that you like pulled around you, that you start calling down like lightning bolts and laser beams and shit, and you just wreck everyone's fucking face, and it's absolutely fantastic. Everyone around you dies, but the game is weird because all the Diablo games are good on their own right, but this one's good at being like a Gauntlet game and not really good at being maybe a Diablo game, because the Diablo games are all dark and spooky, and it's hard for this game to be dark and spooky when everything's so flashy and over the top.
Is it as like... I've heard it's really, really linear, the way when you level up. You can't really branch out and make
Holy
your
crap,
character
no,
your
there's no
character.
such thing as leveling up. You just like find better gear.
Or like skill trees and stuff.
You can't, there's not even really like, you have skills, and you get abilities that like latch on that modify them, and that's like it. If I wanted to like change my playstyle with the Templar that I'm playing, all I have to do is go and rearrange all of his moves, and I'm not even punished at all. Like, nothing. I just go and I change what I've already unlocked.
What's Templar? Like warrior?
Or whatever. The fucking Crusader. Whatever it is.
Crusader. Okay, gotcha.
But, like, yeah. Like, it's so God, I don't want to use the word casual. That sounds awful, but like it's so casual. That's why it's so good as like a game that you get like 4 people over who don't really like care about in-depth character custom creation or whatever the fuck, and you're just like, I want a game where I can sit it down, because your guy will walk while the other characters drag them around off screen. Like, they won't be stuck. The other guys will actually walk, so you
get like speed boosts for just breaking groups of
it's like,
items in
oh, I
an
need to
area.
put down the controller for a second so I can like have another swig of beer and take another bite of pizza, and then like pick it back up and all of a sudden start slamming buttons and killing all the shit on screen. That's this game. This is quite literally the game that promotes that it's
You hardly ever die because
I've only played it on.
It has like stuff that enemies drop and just like heal everyone, get chains that
Playing this
heal
shit on
people.
console is like, you made this shit for computer, why would you ruin this game by doing that? Like, this game has quite literally been made for consoles. I think before they even realized they were going to make it for consoles, unless this is all just a big trick and then just put it out on the computer first just to fuck with people. Which they might have already did anyway, considering the debacle that happened when it first came out.
Yeah.
But fucking, you know, I play this game and I'm like, this game is so well as like just this beer and pretzels, good time, kill the shit out of monsters, find loot, party game that like 4 people can just play and have fun with. You just drop in and drop out as a hat, really light, really easy, like, but fun, and there's full of fucking flashy colors, and all the monsters look cool, and you know you killed monsters, because they don't just, like, fall over dead, they, like, explode, and, like, fucking just everywhere. They're like, they, like, engulf in flame and shit. Like, they bite the dust hard. Like, it's just like, this game is really fun for that. It's really good. And you look at Diablo 1, where, like, you could have multiplayer over the internet, like, up to 4 player. That game's about, like, methodically clearing out an entire level of a dungeon, killing every goddamn creatures because they stay dead and they never respawn, so whatever experience you have before the next level is what you have. And you want to get better at magic and, like, improve your spells, you gotta find those books and then, like, read them and shit, but you got to have the high enough magic score, and that game's, like, real life in comparison to fucking Diablo 3. It's fucking absolutely nutty, like, the style of gameplay over time. Diablo 2, everyone could just be mad on it just not being Diablo 2 because they played that for a decade because Blizzard decided that they would make games so good that they would be played over and over again 10 years later after they came out.
Well, that's kind of what they do with everything, really.
Yeah, but like we're probably not going to see 10 years pass before the next StarCraft. Like, it's not that their newer games are not as good, it's that their newer games are not as good, maybe.
Speaking of 10-year gameplay, I heard that there was a 10-year contract on Bungie working with Destiny. Like 10 years of DLC, I believe.
Holy fucking shit.
I've only heard really terrible things about that game. I've actually really only heard bad things about Destiny. I really can't
Like,
compel myself.
I was kind of on the fence, but like it exudes that game where it's like, oh cool, want to pay $60 for like 10% of the game,
Yeah.
and then play that for a while. And like what cemented it was I found this list on some meme site I was on, and it's like it just said list of games that have more story than Destiny, and the first game up there was Pac-Man. And I was just like, yep, well,
Actually,
I'm not playing that, so I'm not gonna get that. Sorry,
not
Drew.
to name names, but there are some reviewers that like have shown clips, and it's just like, man, I was like, I guess that's true because they fucking like showed clips of like the game where the guy's like, I could tell you about all the things that have happened in between the time that like, because your character's resurrected or some shit or it's been asleep or whatever the fuck. It's like, I could tell you about blah 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 blah, and then like he says I could tell you, but then he doesn't tell you apparently, and apparently he never does. Apparently that actually never does come to pass. You never told like why this is so important and shit. So it's just like, oh wow, that's...
You gotta make room for all those prequel novels, like stuff like that.
I mean,
God.
shit, even with as vague with information as it is, even Dark Souls told you why the fuck you were there.
Yeah.
Like,
you could find the information if you searched hard.
yeah, like, and it's not like it was impossible to obtain. Like, Dark Souls was like, man, there's a fucking prophecy. At least you have something to go off of. This game's just like, hell man, you're awake, here's a gun. Thanks, Peter Dinklage. You fucking run around and shoot everything.
It
Peter
suffers-
Dinklage sounds like he's bored.
It does. He does.
And you know what I think?
Isn't he like an AI?
He is. But it's
okay.
It's
For him to sound bored,
just
he's an
bad
AI.
voice acting. I've heard good AIs done before, and this is
Well,
like Guilty Spark is a better AI than this thing.
Here's the thing that gets me though. Here's the thing that gets me. It's like Peter Dinklage. Everyone's like, oh, Peter Dinklage did a bad like performance. It's like, how do we know? You do multiple takes. It's not like he just records it once and they just call it a day. It's not like he reads it for the first time humanly ever, and they're just like, okay, that's a wrap. Like,
Yeah, it's not a podcast.
No, the thing. So think about it. You got a famous actor, and he gets these lines, and maybe his lines are shit. Who knows? And maybe he tries and makes the best of them. Maybe he doesn't try. Someone picked it. I could, being a guy who's a fan of like Game of Thrones and a fan of the actor. I've seen him in other things.
Yeah.
I can picture the people in charge picking lesser quality recordings of his lines because the ones where he infuses in personality into them would like make the situation less tense because it's being almost funny and stuff, and you can't have that in your fucking my cool ass action game. Like, I can see some asshat
So
who's in charge of the project.
Bad taste.
Yeah,
is what
like
you're saying?
they're like, oh, there's the one where he reads it really straight faced like a robot, and he is a robot, and there's the one where he says it and it like kind of makes you chuckle as like the enemy comes through the door. Well, you can't have your game not be taken seriously. Gotta pick the serious one.
I think there's still
I can see
people-
I can see like an asshat doing that. I can see someone in charge of the project itself picking a lesser quality recording because they're afraid it would damage the image of their game. It's got to be super cool and shit.
I can just imagine it being a
Jesus.
money grab. They want Peter Dinklage in their stuff really bad. They'll
What
just
do
throw
people
enough
like?
money at
Game
him.
of Thrones. Let's get that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, at least let the man like do something. Don't constrain him. Don't constrain your voice actors.
And then
Let them-
if you're Peter Dinklage, you could easily get away with just doing whatever you want.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say
walk
that's the
away.
thing. Is like he's not even really gonna be hurt by this because it's just a fucking Bungie game. He's just gonna go, oh no, what are you gonna fucking do?
That's a sweet
What are you,
paycheck.
what are you gonna?
It's
Yeah,
like a-
I was
it's
saying
like a-
that's a sweet ass paycheck. And what are you gonna fucking do? He's fucking Tyrion Lannister. Dun, 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 dun. He just
Exactly.
walks away. Whatever.
It's gonna become just like a little cliff note on like a Peter Dinklage trivia page at some point.
Yeah.
Did you know
Yeah.
that he was the AI in that fucking awful game?
Man, I hear the reward system in that game blows balls.
I
man.
also recently heard they've tried to they fixed it. Maybe.
Did you guys hear about the loot caves?
Yeah.
yeah, I heard like
Where
there's like.
people just stand and shoot into a cave and just shit just pops out.
But
and
these
they just
dudes will
constantly
fight these
level up.
bosses for like hours, and they'll like drop like 9 rare super things, and then like you get them like decrypted, and they could have like this random chance of being less, and like you fought a boss for like an hour and a half. You got like 9 of these things, and none of them are like all of them are ultra rare. None of them are ultra rare when you get them all decrypted. You got people that are like, oh, I finally got the ultra rare gun. It's a red color of the gun that's rare. Or it's like another color scheme. It's not even like it's really different looking.
That's incredibly
And it's just
stupid.
like people are like, I'm gonna stab someone.
Now, see-
We're gonna stab people.
I'm not a fan of loot games just because I like having a game where I can stick to a gun I know.
Oh, I guess you
And
know
I-
Diablo thing.
I
I'm just
use
kidding. Diablo,
But, like-
you can't even use the weapon.
Like a game like Fallout. I really like Fallout 3. Granted, I only play it for a little while. I really won't do main storyline, and then I'll stop. But I like it because you find a gun you really like, you stick to it. If you find another gun, you're like, hey, I like this gun. You try it out for a bit. If you like it better, you either store the other gun in your house or you sell it. And then there are named versions of all the different types of guns that are fucking awesome and have fucking awesome like quests or little side things to get them.
That's
And then
cool.
you're like, oh, this is fucking great. And then there's the perk system, which I like a lot, which is the leveling up, and you can choose stats like Pathfinder, and you can choose attributes and shit like that. And it's the first person shooter game, but you've got VATS if you don't want to do that, if you want to make it more RPG like. And a lot of times when I do Fallout, I do side missions, and then I eventually just get a bunch of shit and travel from shop to shop and just sell. I become like a wandering mercenary merchant.
That sounds awesome.
But like this whole Destiny thing, this mass, it's like if Borderlands 2 was an MMO with a Halo skin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And
pretty
less
much,
story.
Yeah, that's pretty much the name of the game. I
Because the
think.
style of the game and the locations and the vehicles looks fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, man. Everyone, even people who like this game blows. No one's gonna tell you like the game doesn't look good because
Yeah.
god damn. And everyone's wearing like cool ass coat things
and-
too. Like they all look boss.
And it's got multiplayer that's pretty much just Halo, so if
Yeah.
you like Halo multiplayer,
Man, the
you're
game
set.
handles like smooth as tits because it fucking handles like Halo.
Yeah.
And like when Drew first got it, he was like, "Man, you need to get this game so I can play it with you. You gonna get this game? You gonna get this game? You gonna get this game? You gonna
Actually,
get this game?"
actually, to be fair, at this point in time, it's already passed because last night was the last night. But like, fucking Halo Reach was like the free game of the month for the last half of September.
Fuck yeah, it was.
So like, if you had the choice in the last half of September between $60 whatever the hell fucking Destiny's called, whatever for price, And then your other choice is, I'll just download Halo Reach for free.
You can download the best ever Halo game there's ever been. Best one. Best one.
Best one.
Okay.
I
I didn't know you were going to be like, one is better.
That's tough.
It's not tough. Reach is the best. There you go. Problem solved.
I would almost say, yeah, like, Reach is probably better than 1. But 1 is, like, really close. Like, those are the best, in my opinion. I don't really like 3 that much. And 2... Like,
Three sucks.
2 got...
Yeah, 3 kind of sucks.
2 got...
3's multiplayer's okay.
2 got sleepy for me.
Two,
near that latter
2's the
half.
story is...
2 it gets sleepy because you, like, play the Arbiter, and, like...
Yeah.
I'm not saying the
Yeah.
Arbiter's... I liked all of the Arbiter's story points.
The flood
I liked him
missions.
as a character.
The flood missions in 2 were fucking sweet. I like the flood missions.
Some of those
are
played
tough.
those more than I did the first
Exactly.
Some of those are tough too. Like, but Halo Reach is cool because they were able to squeeze a lot out of just the Covenant, and I was like, yeah, and like Reach.
It actually has more story.
Like a good storyline
Yeah.
with named characters you get to know.
Exactly.
For people that like customizing, there's a fucking boss-ass customization system.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's Firefight for people that like Firefight.
We should get on Firefight together. That would be awesome.
That'd be sweet as fuck, because I'd be
Man.
Nathan Fillion in an ODST helmet jumping around.
oh shit, I'm also Nathan Fillion.
We can all be Nathan Fillion.
We're all Nathan Fillion. Fucking.
That's right, he just say pocket. Oh my god. He says the thing in that movie we made.
I would love that. Fucking I'll tell
Nathan Fillion likes our movies.
Yes.
Nathan Fillion is CNET. How do you do that? But nah, man, I fucking love man. Firefight on Halo Anniversary was also good. The Anniversary
I have
copy
not
of
played the Firefight on that.
There's a
Like-
firefight on there?
Yeah,
I didn't
they
even
have
know
they have
there
an
was.
anniversary firefight.
Nice.
You have like the old school Halo 1 pistol, and you're just like grunts everywhere, grunt apocalypse, and you're just like, this is the best. But no, seriously though, the reskin of the maps of the multiplayer maps for Halo Anniversary was just fantastic because they all look really different, but
I
they're
heard
all like
there's going to be like a re-release of Halo 2.
There is. It's going to be like called the Master Chief Collection.
Man. Yeah,
They're going to put
okay.
a bunch of extra shit in there.
Is that the thing with the guy? He's a Spartan
And
and, he's trying to go back to Master Chief's mind and stuff. And
What?
yeah, there's like some stupid like re-release anthology bullcrap version of Halo.
This is why we don't really give a shit about Halo.
It's
Man, that's just another excuse for a Halo game. I'll tell you what, though. Fucking that Anniversary Edition, when you have the different skulls on, like, it actually adds a lot of replay value.
Nice.
You can make the game, like, really hard just by, like, giving the enemies, like, double the health and not being able to use their guns. So you're just, like, punching the shit out of dudes
That's
till,
cool.
like, most of the time. And you're like, holy shit! Like, it makes it that right level of intensity for you. And you can, like, do all this shit. And just goddamn, it's fantastic. Halo, that I have to say, Halo Anniversary and Halo Reach, I got them together as a bundle when I got the Xbox. Actually, they were given to me with the Xbox.
Yeah.
So I was like, hell yeah, and hell yeah, I beat them both, except for Reach. I didn't beat Reach. I mean, I have, but not like.
We get it. We can just co-op through that. I haven't played it in a long time. It'd be fresh enough that I'd be like, yeah, and have fun when we're playing it.
yeah.
And then be someone like an actual human dude that's not just like.
Driving off cliffs.
I was gonna say Ricky Juarez, whatever the fuck the guy's name is, who's the sniper who's hanging out like
that guy.
steel killing people and not giving a fuck.
But I gotta say, since we're
I can't
talking about Firefight, best ever multiplayer experience I've ever had in a game. Fucking Gears of War 2 is Horde mode.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like you better say Gears goddamn 2 Horde mode.
which I still have not experienced.
You will experience it one day, my son.
Yeah.
Because like
Fucking, I like Gears 3, but like
3 added like I like the fact you can build like defenses and stuff, so I can run up and like build one and just go sentry going up. But like other than that, the paying for everything, it was cool when it was 2, where you had nothing but you, your buddies, and your guns. You could pick up guns, didn't have to pay for them, so you'd have those moments where it's like, dude, I'm fucking out of ammo, you gotta cover me, and you'd be like, okay, fucking run, there's a bomber.
run out there, grab some
Boom.
fucking hammer bursts. Oh, man,
And everybody had guns that they were really good with and stuck with.
Horde was
love
so
that sniper
good.
rifle.
Fucking hanging out on top of the goddamn like.
I don't care what you say, Casey, that sniper rifle is fucking awesome. You
Oh,
just can't use it.
hanging out on top of the fucking gas station because it's only got the one stairs
Yeah.
up. So you're like, someone watch the stairs. Everyone else fight. When the big guys start coming up the stairs, then we'll kind of poop a little bit.
And the rare occasions you got frags, you immediately go downstairs and fucking tag the wall with those things.
Oh yeah, man.
Or
like,
tag the wall with the ink grenades
I
to
need to-
kill the
Tickers?
weird. No, the weird, fucking
What, the
mutated
melee dudes? The
Yeah.
sires?
Sires, yeah, the mutated things.
Oh no, I didn't forget sires. They're fucking asshats. I'll tell you what, I need to get a copy of the second game, because, like, in the first for its story, second for its horde, and then third because, well, I got the third when I got the system, so...
You need to get Judgment.
Judgment is cool.
Judgment's got a really, really fun multiplayer, and it's actually been, like, it's been so long, it's knocked down to, like, $15 now. Brand
wow,
new.
nice.
And it's got the dude that sounds like Blaine in it.
Yeah.
Who's the sniper of the squad, which makes it even better.
Nice.
Whose one side of his face is, like, scarred and shit.
Really?
So it's perfect.
So,
And he's an asshat. Because he's like, I do not care what they say. We will do it. We will do it this way because we have to get it done. Fuck the commanders. We do it this way.
All right.
He
So
starts
he
walk-
sounds like
and then he
Blaine.
just starts walking and leading them, and they're just like, all right. Even though Baird's in there, and Baird's like the resident asshole, like, I don't want to do this, jack off.
I'm really cranky, man. See, man.
I look like Sid Highwind because that's the best Sid.
What's that? In the water.
Where the fuck's that from?
The stupid cartoon.
Oh yeah, the
Third
cartoon Gears. What's that?
and all of that.
Where's Mark Ward?
Yeah.
Gears is a fun franchise.
Gears is a good franchise.
Man, this is a good franchise, indeed. That's like the first game I played for 360. Was
That
Gears
was,
of War.
and that was the game that you made me play at the game night that made me go like, well, I should probably get one of these consoles.
Yeah, because John brought his copy and he was all about some Gears. And I was like,
He looked like a fucking gear.
and I was like, this game is all about some Gears. I'm about this game. I'm about this lifestyle, kind of. Not really living it, but like, you know, playing it on fucking like this. Yes. Fucking, I don't know if I can survive in the Gears world. Fuck. Actually, when I say I don't know if I can survive, what I mean is I don't know how long. I don't know how long it'll take me to die, because everyone in fucking Gears apparently like has just the best gyms, because they are built as fuck.
And people are like, man, that's just another dumb game with Space Marines. It's like, but you got to be fucking built like shit if you're gonna be a Space Marine. I mean, look at Cole from the first game. That dude is quite literally a fucking train.
That guy is like 2 Space Marines.
You remember playing that?
Yeah,
We played like the beginning, like while listening to fucking Tenacious D.
Yeah, and
it was
Master
amazing.
Exploder exploded that behemoth.
The fucking Hammer of Dawn.
Man, fucking Space Marines are cool. I'm surprised there wasn't any more Space Marine games after Space Marine.
They were planning on it, but the fucking
Did
company
you get
that made
to play
it fell under.
Space Marine, Justin?
I got to play a little bit of Space Marine, and I was like, "This is pretty neat."
It's a good
And I was
game.
waiting to see
can bring
like
it back if you
I
want
was
to borrow
waiting
it.
to see who like would surprise show up, because it's the 40k universe, and I'm like, it's me fighting orcs, but I'm just waiting. Where's Chaos? Where's the Nids? Where's Space Wolves? Where's fucking Blood Angels?
Oh, that would've
Where's
been
the?
cool
I'm
as
trying to think of
fuck.
like other Space Marine factions. I should start actually like I should make like my own Space Marine army, but I should pick like the most obscure faction to make them. So when I fight people, they like assume it's fan fiction and they get really pissed, and then I have to explain like their fucking gene seeds and where they come from and what fucking their fucking origin faction and shit. And I'm just like, haha, look at me, I'm a master.
And that's why I just like looking at the miniatures.
Yeah, that's why it's just like buy a squad of the miniatures, paint them into 2 different colors, even though it's one squad pack you bought, and then you can have like red versus blue.
Man, I wouldn't want to get in a game that has so much money sink.
Says the man who plays Magic the Gathering.
Says the man who's teasing next time. But thanks to you guys for joining us for this kind of long and in-depth look at how we look at multiplayer games. But just remember, whenever you're chainsawing a locust from behind, the best method is up to crack through the back.